Hello, this is Jeff Rohr with Ecclesia Rising. We're covering mobile courts and the court of accusation. We're in section 8. Now, section 7 was seat of rest, sitting in that position of authority in heaven above the situation. We've taken a batch of angels with us. They're sitting there ready for us to release. Now we're on section 8. Section 8 is releasing from your mountain. Now, what happened with me is I did court cases and I didn't do this process at the beginning, and I still saw results. But the Father added this piece to it after about the 20-something or 30-something time I'd done some mobile court cases, and He showed me to come here and declare and decree. And where we're at is we're in our seat of rest, our position of authority in heaven. We're above the situation. We're not trying to go like this on earth. We're seated in heavenly places in Him, okay, in Christ. So what I'll do is it's associated with one of my mountains, and you may not know what your mountains are. Your mountains are, think of it this way, as an area of influence. So you may have a mountain or an area of influence of relationship. You may have a mountain or an area of influence called finance. You may have a mountain or an area of influence called ministry. I had a mountain and an area of influence named my business. There was also industry mountains that I was associated with that I would govern over from time to time. And so what I'm saying is that you will then, after you've gone from the court of angels, and you've released that batch to go judge these demons and drag them back to the pit of hell where they belong and release those judgments over them, you then go and sit in your seat of rest, knowing that you're not going to touch this anymore. You're going to rest in His judgments. You have the other batch of angels front with you, and you're going to sit in that position of authority over the sphere or over the mountain of, let's just call it, relationship. And we're going to sit in that position in heaven up here, and we're going to release. What we're going to say is I release the angels that have been assigned to these judgments from heaven into the earth, through heaven's atmosphere into the earth's atmosphere, now in Jesus' name. I release those judgments, edicts, and declarations from the Father's court, from the mobile court, into heaven now, from heaven into the earth now in Jesus' name. This is also a place where you will feel a tremendous confidence usually come upon you because you're in that position. It's all been judged. It's all been done. You're seated in Him. You know who you are. You are operating as a child of God, and you are now functioning with the angels, and all this stuff is getting released. It's a phenomenal time to release things. And so that's the area that we go to is section 8, is the area of our mountain, our throne, our sphere of influence, and we're going to release those judgments. We're going to release the angels, and we're going to sit in that position of authority over this sphere of influence, which is our mountain, in our relationship arena. That's what we're doing in section 8. I'll be back with section 9.